What's up, Dragon Brew? Today we are taking a look at Simic Ramp. A bunch of you have been asking about it, and I think I might have figured out a way we could do it, and largely because of Tamiyo. Now, this is one we haven't put into a bunch of lists, but I think this is one where it works out very well and is actually going to lead to us winning many games. And we have some other small quirks and tweaks that this deck is probably needed that I think actually helps us on the Mythic Standard ladder. So let's go. Now, as always, I would like to remind you that if you're getting any protective gear for your cards, your D&D stuff, if you want to pick up dice, anime-related stuff, playmats, board games, check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. And if you use promo code PowrDragn while you're shopping, you will save 5%. So you get something for yourself, you get a discount, you help me, and you're getting awesome stuff from a company that's been in business for 70 years. Now, the one thing I will say about this deck is that we are focusing on ramping, right? We need to have all of our early stuff. But there's really two things we need to do right now in the format. You need to be able to survive a lot of the mid-rangey and control stuff, meaning there's a lot of spells you have to deal with, sweepers and whatnot. And more importantly, you have to survive farewells, because that's showing up in a bunch of lists right now. One of the ways you can do that is with planeswalkers, obviously, so that helps. But you need to be able to play the long game and the short game. And I think we found the spots to do it. So, going down the list, we've got 4 Fading Hope, and this is really good against mono white aggro. It works really good against the Runes decks, actually, in particular. This also has some value against the controlling decks, because you can get rid of a token to let you smash down and get rid of one of their planeswalkers. You know, it can save your own key creature if they're going to sweep to get rid of it, or maybe they're targeting something with a Vanishing Burst. So I actually like this card a lot in here. 2 Malevolent Hermits. I wanted to play a third, but the one thing I noticed with this list is we do start ending up very tight on space. That is probably the one downside to playing this, is there's not a lot of room to maneuver. So we're going to have to be, every card has to pull a lot of weight in here. But again, this is one of those cards that can slow down your opponent, stop opposing planeswalkers, stop sweepers, protect for removal. So like a lot of times this card itself draws the removal just so they can try to get through the next spell. Prosperous Innkeeper, obviously we put this on a lot of lists just to ramp up. Playing 3 Tangled Florahedron. More often than not we're playing this as a land, but occasionally if you know you're playing against something that doesn't have a whole lot of spot removal or whatever, sometimes you just play it on turn 2 or 3 to set up your next card. Decisive Denial. This is a card we really do like in this list. Again, it's mostly slowing those bigger spells down and buying you time, and we're probably going to see that a lot. But there are some spots where, as a combat trick, you know, maybe you block, shoot something, protect your creature. You know, maybe something's going after your planeswalker. You get to block one, shoot one. You know, there's a few different things you could do with this that are actually pretty good, even against creature decks. Now, I would prefer to have like a true spell counter. So if that makes you feel more comfortable and you want to play something like Negate in this spot, I totally understand, and it makes a lot of sense. I just wanted the versatility so we're not completely dead. You know, like having that negate against mono white aggro doesn't do a whole lot in most cases. 2 Root Core Creeper. Now, you could play Creeper in place of Florahedron, but I wanted those extra land spots. But the thing about Creeper is it does actually let you reuse Storm the Festival. So you can either play it cheaper out of the graveyard, or you can also just get it back, but excuse me, put it back in your hand. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. You almost witnessed somebody choke on live camera, or I guess recorded camera, whatever. Anyway, you can also get this back into your hand and reuse the Storm of the Festival, so you get a lot of extra uses out of this. So we really like the Creeper in here. It's not good enough that we need a lot of, but just a couple are pretty good for us. Eska's Chariot, because obviously you need something quality to ramp into. This is great. We all know how good the Chariot is. Quandrix Cultivator. What I like about this is this can get you to 5 mana or 6 mana very easily. But even if you have to play this, say, on turn 3 with a treasure from the Innkeeper, it doesn't slow you down, right? You play it, you get another land, you're still at 4, and then you can kind of get to 5 next turn. So I like what this does, and it's a pretty big body. A 3/4, believe it or not, really holds up against a lot of things right now. And in the cases where your opponent steals it, and if you can potentially get it back from like a Brutal Cathar, you get a land as well. And it's still able to block a lot of things. So we like that also. Wrenn and 7. Great. Especially great with Chariot, but we're ramping up and we're putting a lot of lands in play. So why not? This seems good. Tamiyo, this is the card we talked about. Now, the biggest part about Tamiyo a lot of times is we're just going to be tapping things down. However, don't forget about the -X ability. This allows you to get back a Rin and 7 token if you want. Like, you play Tamiyo, you +1, then the next turn you can -5, get a Rin and 7. You can also get back a Chariot. So if you have either Rin and 7 or the Chariot, Tamiyo lets you get the other one and then kind of have your 2-card combo in place. So she's like the imaginary third card to the combo, basically giving you extra copies of both if you need them, assuming one is in the graveyard, of course. And then we have Storm the Festival, which works well with Tamiyo, Rin and 7, Quandrix Cultivator, Chariot. So we have, what is that, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 quality hits we can hit. You would probably like more, but unfortunately we have to make sure we have room for those other cards. And the reality is, even if we hit something like a Quandrix Cultivator, it's not bad because it basically puts us closer in mana to be able to cast this again out of the yard. So we don't mind it at all with those cards. And a lot of times, if you hit a Chariot or a Tamiyo or whatever, you get to where you can start controlling the board enough anyway and protect your Planeswalkers, which you really like. And then because we're playing all the mana and we have this, we're going to go ahead and go with one Coma. I think Coma, when we get it, is going to be good. And ultimately, I think we'd like to find room for another. But I don't really know where that room would be at the moment, because we're already skimping on lands and only playing 23. Speaking of our lands, we have 1 Hall of the Storm Giants, 4 Island, 1 Boseiju, 7 Forests, 2 Lair of the Hydra, 4 Bark Channel Pathway, and 4 Dream Root Cascade. So I don't think mana is going to be too much of an issue, but, you know, we'll see. We are playing a lot of basics, so that could be a little bit of a problem, but we have lots of ways to search and create mana. Now, as always, I would like to ask that if you please could watch as much of the video as possible. That helps so much. The more you watch, the more they recommend it to more people because it increases that average view time. But most importantly, even if you don't watch all the games, make sure you get to the end of the video with the review and wrap up, because we're going to talk about what we liked about this list and what we would change or add, or where we can find room for that other Coma. And we'll have a card spotlight for you as usual. So we'll catch you on the other side. All right, let's keep it. We're going to try to make the most out of this. All right. Having a Fading Hope and a Decisive Denial seems nice. I don't know if that's going to be enough to do what we need to do. Oh my gosh, all the Shambling Gas. Huh. Alright, we go ahead and do this. We already have another land in hand, so this is fine. We'll put this on blue. Let's get an island. In case the opponent gets savvy and wants to, like, I don't know, meat hook for 1 or something. Get some treasure and kill off our cultivator. Maybe meat hook for 2. We still could bounce our cultivator, which would be kind of sweet. Yeah, we're just letting it through. No blocks. Not interested. Eye twitch is fine. Ooh, that could be good. Well, what do we do here? This now sort of changes things, kind of, sort of, a little bit. All right.
We contain fires that must never be unleashed.
Okay, we got to do it. It's a meat hook for 1. It's still kind of bad here, but we're gonna not attack. Guess they got a meat hook for 3. Oh, well, that's a thing. Alrighty. Sure. We just let that die.
We are wilting.
I mean, I'm not that heartbroken over it, believe it or not. Yeah, we'll just attack. I mean, I probably should have just bounced my cultivator there, but I guess we're just gonna storm the festival anyway next turn. Binding, sure. Let's go ahead and go for it. Okay. End the turn. Yep. You got a bunch of Death Touchers. Does me no good to block. Yep, not interested in that line of work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're getting real close. Getting real close. You know what? I think I might just attack with the tokens. Is this what we want to do? I mean, they block. You can block with all three. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Sure. If we lose the Innkeeper, we lose the Innkeeper. I'm fine with that. That's a life we can live with. Yep. I have no problem with this. I mean, our whole plan is to set up for the big Storm the Festival here, so we're going to hope this works. Alright, Deadly Dispute we can't do anything about. We're going to hope they try to do something like Blood on the Snow, and then we can protect against Blood on the Snow. That would be the plan. Sadly, we can make them spend all their treasure, which is still worth it, even though they could pay it. Do you have anything worth getting back? Alright. We'll hit it a second time. I was thinking, even if they Blood on the Snow, what's the worst we're concerned about here? Especially since we have creature land. So we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Activate the land, attack. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Tamiyo, another chariot. That works. Keep the old one. Plus Tamiyo target. Actually, cancel that. What do we have in the yard? Nothing worthwhile. There's a Wrenn in 7, but we can plus. Submit 0.
You do not
Attack.
write this story.
And then between this and our creature lands, we should be okay. Because now the opponent has to get rid of creatures or planeswalkers. If they have a way to get rid of both, so be it. Yeah. Opponent's only at 8. That's fine. Oh. Actually. We can just get a chariot back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get chariot.
Reforge your memory.
We'll keep this one. Yep. That'll do it. Man, got a mulligan this. Wow. We'll keep it. Guess we get rid of one of those. Alright, let's see what we can do. Not sure what our best plays are going to be. Whoop, wrong card. But we're going to have to figure this out. We have 2 Fading Hopes to buy time. I'm just not sure if that's good enough. Okay, Arrow of Enlightenment. That is a thing. That might be good later. But I think we got to do this and at least try to do something here. Let's go ahead and get an island. And then we'll just attack. I mean, if we were really hard up, I guess we could just bounce our own Cultivator. And that'll get us to 5 mana for sure next turn. It's a little junky, but might be correct. Alright, that didn't really do much. Take action. I guess we'll get another island, even though we ultimately need a forest. But what I'm thinking is we may end up just bouncing the cultivator again, getting yet another forest on the next go round, and calling it good. Yep, 2-2 with first strike. Splendor, sure. Now the question is, do we want to bounce our own dude here? Maybe not. Well, now we could cast that. That's pretty special. We'll attack, try to put the opponent's life total lower. Alright. And then I guess we just fire this off while we can. Oh, bruh. Oh, man. Alright. Do this so we can try to defend against some things, I guess. Wow. That sucks. Not a lot we can do, though. I mean, just situation is what it is. Alright. We'll sack this to try to prevent a Doomscar. Circle of Confinement. Alright. That gets rid of an Innkeeper. Two, 4, 6, 8. Well, in the plus news, we're closer to doing what we need to do. How much do we want to attack with this? For 1, 2, 3. Leaving Decisive Denial up. Maybe it's not even worth doing that. Maybe we just attack here. And we just play this. And yeah, that's it. All right, you have a Catilda. Currently, we can attack into Catilda. That's super annoying. All right. Well, you got a thing. Wasn't worth recovering that, honestly. I mean, I guess I could have countered it. Would have been smart, possibly. Alright, we bounce this. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, I guess we gotta take it and hope we eventually hit our card. I mean, I hate that, but what else are we gonna do? Activate for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. My opponent has so much land, this Decisive Denial almost doesn't matter. Now, here's the thing, though. If this only comes down to, let's say it's like a 5, maybe even a 6, we could potentially kill it with the Decisive Denial and our creature land. If we were to draw another land. Okay, that is a thing. So unfortunately, that's going to make Catilda now a 5. Yep. So now I'm just going to have to give up my creature land to kill it. No, because now we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that makes sense. What do we do? What do we do? Opponent's going to gain life, so they're going to get 2 cards here. Alright, I guess we just have to let it go. I mean, you know, I hate it here, but what are we supposed to do? Opponent's at 16. We can make a way to make this work. We just have to be very careful. Alright. You get an enchantment. Seems good. Alright. Opponent's at 18. We can't quite do 18. Alright, let's tap this. Alright. Okay. So things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we have plenty of mana. We can do the thing on the Storm Festival. The problem I'm looking at, though, is are we more benefited just having Koma fight the Catilda? And then... Opponent says GG's. What are they talking about? I don't think that's necessarily GG's. 6, 7, 8, 9. That doesn't get to attack. That's 6, 9. 1, 2. Well, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we're still going to be short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even if we did it for 8, that's only 14, 15. That's not enough. Yeah. Well, opponent's going to die anyway. Ooh, can't do much with that. This is a bit better. We can at least try this. Alright, I don't know how, if, and, or any way we're going to make this work, but we're sure as hell going to try. Alright, so the plan here, if this creeper lives, is going to be to play Chariot, and then probably bounce the champion. I think is where we're going to be at here. I could trade there, but we need the mana too much. If we had another land in hand, I would at least consider it. Now, though, it's possible if we were to find an untapped land, we could Wrenn and 7 and do some things. Another champion. That's a little bit annoying. Okay. Well, that is a thing. Okay. Yep, we just take it. I'm gonna sack and kill that. That's actually really smart. I would recommend it. Yep, sounds good to me. I mean, we gotta attack, or else we don't even have a shot here. Alright, they're gonna let it through. We're gonna play this. Probably did that in the wrong order. I could have done that in a way to get an extra point of life, which, when you're playing against a hyper aggro deck, that does matter. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, we'll bounce this. Ooh, I guess we kind of need that, huh? No blocks. This is kind of interesting because I'm sort of trying to figure out what I want to do with this decisive denial here. Like, I think our plan... this is tough, right? Because if we attack with the Chariot, we give ourselves the opportunity... Or actually, if we play Wrenn and 7 first, we give ourselves the opportunity to make a 4/4. However, if we attack with the Chariot, we could probably bait... the opponent's not going to block, though. They want their creatures too much. This is tough. This is tough. But they would have to give up their ghoul to kill our Chariot, right? So it's kind of reasonable. And if that's what it is, do we care? Alright, I guess we gotta try.
Come, Seven. The will of the woods is made manifest.
Alright. Alright. Exactly. We know they're going to trade, and that was the thing. I was thinking I could actually, like, decisive denial to do something, but I didn't think I could convince the opponent to block otherwise. Necro Duality. Alright. That bought us a turn. Actually, this is a pretty solid turn. Believe it or not. It's plus.
Rich soil.
Alright, it got us a land. And we did get a reasonable card in the graveyard. So those are 5s. Tamiyo's going to come down to try to do real... Actually... Ooh, hold on a second. If we just get this back, then we start copying... we don't have enough land, though. You know what? We're going to play Tamiyo either way. Playing it for 4 doesn't do us anything. Now it's just, do we get Chariot back and start copying things? Or do we just tap their creatures here? That's the real question. Do I think we can win if we get Chariot versus... I mean, the opponent's low enough right now, right? If we just attack... Tap that, tap, they block, they take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, this means they probably can't attack next turn, so sure. I'm just going to take this line.
Cannot be denied.
Yeah, I mean, do we even get in with that? Yeah, we might as well. What are you going to do? Kill a Ren in 7? Like, we're kind of okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't think it matters here. They could play, like, 3 dudes. They're at 4. And we get to fight their biggest one. So that seems fine. And we get to tap an additional blocker. So even if they have 4 dudes, we should still be able to overcome this. So that leaves them 3 blockers. We kill the biggest one. Yeah. Tap this. Opponent can block. Block this. Still take enough. Sure. Yep. That's going to do it. Whoa, good one. If any of these 3 were a land, I would try it, I think. I got a mulligan. Alright, this feels a little bit better. Let's put poor old Coma down at the bottom, which is sad. Alright, we're going to do this just to make sure we hit 4 mana. Oh, we found another one anyway. What are we up against here? Alright, Kami, it doth be. Let's see. If we do this, the next turn we could storm the festival. Alright, I'm willing to gamble. No attacks. I mean, if they kill our Flora Hedron, our backup plan is just play Chariot and try to storm the festival the following turn. So that's okay. I assume we're going to get hit for like 18 damage or something silly here. Nope, just 2. It's almost worth double blocking here, but we're not going to do it. However tempting that is. Alright, any chance we can get both? Oh, we get neither. Jeez. Gross. Alright, we'll take these, I guess. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess if we get a land, we have 9. We get Chariot. We get to gain some life. Yep. We're going to take a big hit here, though. Fortunately, we have some life gainers, which is Gonna make things a little bit easier. Not by much, though. Yeah, they can gain some life here. That's fine. That doesn't change much for us. We kind of know the drill. No blocks. That will be helpful. So we like that. Alright, put this in tapped. Pass, and then now we need to draw land. Ugh, showdown on the Scalds. Okay, well, that's a thing. Well, fortunately, they didn't hit strong from it, so that's a benefit. That's okay. Yep. Doesn't change much. In a way, we're actually better with them playing the spells this turn than next turn where they get all the bonuses. Okay, we can go ahead and bounce this one. Cultivator. I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to look for something better. Well, technically we got the land, just not the way we wanted it. Alright. Well, we got to see if we can survive this turn. We might take too much damage here, depending on what their hand looks like. We need a lot of love, though. Another showdown. Cool. Interesting they didn't play their other Kami first to get counters on it. So this is a little concerning. They probably have more to do with their hand. They found a rune. And they found a Rune Forged Champ. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, now I don't think we can win unless our Storm the Festival actually hits. I think it has to hit Tamiyo and something. Probably has to be Tamiyo and Rin and 7, honestly. I don't think anything else is good enough. Yeah, I think we're literally dead to anything else. And it has to be Tamiyo just to tap the Kamiya Transients. Yeah, no blocks. I mean, we're on a single play. I mean, nothing else matters here. All right, this is everything we got. Ah, well, we missed. All right, that's it. Wow, that was a terrible game. We'll keep, but no blue mana here is tough. We'll see if we can get a strong Storm the Festival. That is a bad start for us. We don't like that. Because now it's almost like we have to deal with that, because if we do get the Storm the Festival off and it works, and then they have the silly exile thing, now they get to copy the exile effect. So we're going to end up having to bounce the Weaver of Harmony probably before we actually get our Storm the Festival off, which sucks. But I think that's just where we are. Yeah, not great. Not great. Fortunately, we can stop that, so that's some good news. Might as well attack. Yep, that's what I would do. All right, that helps. So now we get a Fading Hope available with our Storm the Festival next turn. Alright, cool. You get to get rid of one of these. That's fine. That's neither here nor there. I mean, you want to get rid of both of them? Fine. You can do that. We are totally okay with that exchange. Okay. Now I think we... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we still wait. Oh, a second one. That's not bad. Alright. Hopefully we hit something good. Oh, my goodness. Alright. Well, here's what it is. Like, gotta find a way, I guess. Ugh, gross. Yep, you have a Weaver. We probably want to stop that. Preserve our life total a bit here. Don't need that. Alright, chariots. That's something. Like, it's slowly giving us hope. Alright, Weaver. Gosh, another one? Jeez. What were the odds? Oh, man. Really, opponent? You're kidding. Alright, we have to let this token get killed, I guess. I mean, this is the only way we can do anything. Alright, bounce one of those. Tamiyo, good. Block. Okay. Slowly trying to make something out of this. We Tamiyo, tap a thing. If we play Tamiyo for 4, still only leaves us 2 mana. Not enough. Keep something tapped, we can block, but then Tamiyo possibly dies. Alright, I guess this is the best we can do.
Phyrexia's victory will be etched into
No attacks.
the before Phyrexia.
Man, we've had to put up a real fight here. Please don't have a thing that's gonna kill our creature. Come on. Or kill our planeswalker. We've survived so much. Alright, so they're going to come after Tamiyo. Well, this is good, because it means we could chump block and not lose Tamiyo, so that's okay. We can live with that. That is quite alright. We will tap one of these. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I guess it does, because we could attack here. Depending on what we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd still be 2 short. So if we play this, we could at least block the flyer. Or we could tap, attack with chariots. Or we can have chariot fight a thing. That's an option. Lots of things to do here. I think we block. I just don't know if I want to attack and make a 2/2 here. Because the opponent's going to be in the same situation. I mean, we could block with the 2/2. And... Alright. I feel like at some point I got to try to move forward or nothing's going to happen here. So, sure. I mean, I feel like there's probably other ways Tamiyo dies, so let's just do this. I mostly did that because they could activate their creature and then still put something in the way, and then we probably... Okay. So we get to save Tamiyo for a turn. Or not. Probably get rid of our creeper. Oh, get rid of our flyer. And our creeper. Yep. Wouldn't have mattered if we would have saved the Decisive Denial. Would have done nothing here. So that's fine. Doesn't change the narrative very much. Now, though, we have to always tap the Jukai Natural so they can't gain life here. So, yep. That is a thing. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? All right, let's keep this tapped.
Bow before Phyrexia.
If we attack, we get to trade with one of those. We'll have a blocker. We'll have this to block. I feel like we kind of gotta. I mean, at some point. I mean, if we have to, we can just get crafty and use Tamiyo to get the creature back, I guess. Eventually, we'll have a 7/7 to block with. All right, end the turn. I mean, I think Tamiyo's just dead. If they want Tamiyo dead, Tamiyo's dead. However, if they tap with everything, then they're dead, potentially, right? So, yeah. We're kind of all right with that, too. Because we can attack with a 7/7 land. Yeah, they would definitely be dead. What do they have in hand? Because I'm trying to think about how we lose here. If that's a 1/1 blocker, then maybe. But then we just save this so we can kill whatever they put out, right? Yeah, we just let Tamiyo die. No blocks. I mean, because if they play something, we'll just activate this and shoot. Okay, they don't have anything. Okay, I guess that's it. I mean, I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, I mean, like, I was like, okay, cool. All right, let's keep it. This is going to take a little bit of work, but we're going to try our damnedest. All right, well, we got kind of all the working parts, but we are playing against the type of deck where just having the parts isn't good enough. I really would like one of our cultivators here. Come on, cultivator. Ah, dang it. Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out how do we want to play around with this Decisive Denial. Next turn, we'll be able to play this for 4 and have 1 mana up. Still don't think that's good enough. What is attack here? I mean, it's possible we get the Chariot lost by a Vanishing Verse or some such, but if so, we'll have to live with that. I think we'll be okay with that scenario. We just won't love it. Attack for 1. Actually, I don't even know if we attack. No attacks. We just end the turn. Alright. Doesn't look like they have the Wandering Emperor there. Unless they just draw one. Well, that's a piece of crap, isn't it? Well, that's pretty bad for us. Alright. This is the worst. Like, this, I don't even know what deck we just ran into. Like, we can't play around all this, though. That's counter. It's a negate. Alright, fair enough. Sure. Yep. That qualifies. We're going to go with another chariot. Probably gets it with another negate. Nope, not at that time. I'm going to do this and see if this opens up a couple of things for us or not. I mean, it's possible. The opponent sweeps the board. We try to get a Wrenn and 7 down. Okay, and there's a Vanishing Verse. Not a total surprise there. Yep. Alright, here comes a Doomscar. No, there was not a Doomscar. Well, now. Does that beta Doomscar? They just wanted a Thankful Truck. Okay. Don't hate that. I'll attack with our duders and trade. Not sure. What is that other card? I mean, I think that other card really is a Doomscar. They're just waiting for a good spot to play it. Where they're behind enough to make it worth it. This might be it, because they're at 14. Yeah. Alright, well now we just have to hope they don't have enough removal cards here. Alright. Tamiyo down.
Go. Share the story of Phyrexia with your people.
Minus. Get Chariot.
Become part of the next chapter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna do this for 2. Don't want to use all the treasure. Leave ourselves some leeway. Alright. Fracture. Sure. You got it.
A minor setback, but victory is inevitable.
Sure. March. You got it. One, 2. I guess 2 is all we need, right? Sure. If you got all the things, you got all the things. I'm willing to deal with it. All right, we got back to lethal somehow after all of this mess. Doomscar, sure. Not bad. Hermit. Oh, wait, cancel. I have another land in hand. So I can do this for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right, that worked. All right, we'll keep this. Let's see how well this goes. This matchup. Okay, fair enough. I think our play here is possibly Malevolence. Okay, that's fine. We let that go. That's cool. We can live with that. I want to try to draw another land. That's what we really want here, is another land in hand to give us some security over the next couple of turns. And that kind of buys us what we want. All right. Gonna attack because we're not blocking there. All right. And the important thing here is we do have the ability to lose Malevolent Hermit against something, or we can bounce a thing, and then we can play Tamiyo and tap this Generous Visitor. So we're buying ourselves just enough time to do everything we need to do, I think. We won't counter that, but we will bounce that. Because now they can't recast their creature. They don't get a card. The Decisive Denial's nice. But we're not going to have an opportunity to cast it here, I don't think. We're not in Decisive Denial territory at the moment. We are going to Chariot. And at this rate, even if they drop a Hallowed Haunting, we're just going to race. Our mind's made up. If you got it, you got it. Yep. Sure. I mean, yeah, exactly. You get rid of the Chariot. That's fine. Does not change much for us. We'll go ahead and play this. Actually, you know what? I should have put that on green, but I'm just going to do this. I'm going to pay the iron price here. And tap this down.
Such an imperfect form.
Alright, opponent goes to 9. Now that leaves us options, because we can try to protect Tamiyo from being removed. We can bounce a creature. Rune of Speed is mostly fine, I guess. It doesn't do anything. The creature stays tapped. The other Generous Visitor is fine. Do we bounce it? Opponent's at 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to draw a card. Or draw a land. Alright, let's do this, see if we can secure the land. Storm the Festival's nice, but not what we're looking for. We're just trying to end it here. Well, that's the next best thing. Keep that tapped. We can only do this for 1, 2, 3, since we don't have lethal, right? 2, 4. It doesn't matter. They're giving up anyway. Alright, so the good news about what we put together is that actually worked, right? The downside is I kind of still want that other Coma, and I don't know where it goes. The only thing I can think of is maybe one less Storm the Festival. I don't know if there's anything else we really want to cut. It felt like every card pulled its weight, and even Coma, when we got it, was actually very good. So I'm at a little bit of a loss. This is one of those ones that's really difficult because the deck list is so tight for space. I mean, like, maybe you could get rid of like a Root Coil Creeper to find room, but that's about it. Like, we really need all the other cards. I mean, there's really not much else to it. But that being said, if you've been looking to play Simic, as long as you play it very patiently and carefully, this deck actually has a realistic shot. And that wasn't something I thought was going to happen going into it. It was kind of a thought experiment that actually worked, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Risen Reef. And I think if you've been playing for a little bit, especially in the Arena era, you kind of know what Risen Reef is. This thing was a little bit of a menace in Standard at one point, but the card's actually still very good. And I bring it up because though it's uncommon, the card still goes for about $1.30 to $1.50, depending where you pick them up. So that's actually really, really good. So if you have these laying around, these are actually real money. I think this is the type of card that where you're digging through collections or bulk stuff or whatever, there's a lot of money to be made here that people might be selling these for anywhere from 20 cents to 50 cents. So you could really do well on this. Now, don't forget, like always, you'll be able to get today's deck list down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discords. And if you want to just come by, talk about today's deck, or even just talk about your own decks, yeah, come on by, get help. If you're new and you want to ask questions, the Discord's a great place for that, or catch us on the streams live, on any of the streams live. My goodness, it's too late for me to be recording trying to talk. But even if you can't do that and you're a little bit busy, you can still support the channel by hitting this join button down below. That's a great place to help, and you get little bonuses just like you would if this were a Patreon of sorts, but it's only little for 99 cents a month. Man, my words are not coming out. It's only for 99 cents a month. Oh man, you can support me and I appreciate it. But even if you come this far and you don't do that, please remember to like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. And if you do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell and choose all notifications so you don't miss any of the videos I have coming. Boy, I stumbled through that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.